Lesson 19, I will explain remainders by using place value understanding and models. All right, so first of all, I want to remind you that if you skipped the Zern lesson, there are no Zern notes in this lesson, but there is a lesson 19 in Zern. So you do need to do that before you do this problem set. All right, so write your name at the top of your problem set, and then let's take a look at question number 1. When you divide 94 by 3, there is a remainder of 1. Model this problem with place value disk. In the place value disk model, how did you show the remainder? I'd like for you to show this in place value disk and then explain how you show the remainder, and then we'll come back and discuss it together. Okay, so hopefully you took the time to draw a place value chart and you showed 94, and then you should have divided it by 3, just like I did here. So I showed that 94 divided by 3 is 31 with 1 left over. The question says, in the place value disk model, how did you show the remainder? Your sentence may be different from mine, but this is what I wrote. I show my remainder by circling my leftover 1 in the ones place, because this is my remainder. Anything like this would be just fine. You don't have to erase what you wrote and put what I wrote. All right, so let's take a look at number 2. Kamen says that 94 divided by 3 is 30 with a remainder of 4. He reasons this is correct because 3 times 30 plus 4 equals 94. What mistake has Kamen made? Explain how he can correct his work. Well, we learned in problem number 1 that 94 divided by 3 is not 30. It was actually 31. But if you think about it, if you can't have, your remainder can't be greater than what you're dividing by. Let's look back at problem number 1. If I looked up here and I had 4 ones left over, well, it's obvious that I didn't take these ones and distribute them. So that's what Kamen's mistake was. So the mistake, I'm going to say, Kamen's mistake was that he didn't distribute the ones. He should make groups of 31 instead of groups of 30. All right, let's take a look at number 3. The place value disk model is showing 72 divided by 3. Complete the model. Explain what happens to the 110 that is remaining in the tens column. I want you to do this by yourself. I want you to complete the model, and then in your own words, I want you to explain what happens to the 10 that's remaining in the tens model, and then we'll come back and discuss it together. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about finishing our model. So you can see that I took the remaining 10 and I showed an arrow or drew an arrow to show that I was decomposing that 10 into 10 ones, and that gave me 12 ones total. So I went ahead and distributed those 12 ones so that I would end up with an answer of 24. So when it says explain what happens to the 110, I went ahead and typed my answer. Your answer does not have to be exactly like mine, but my answer is the 110 in the tens column gets decomposed into 10 ones in the ones column. All right, let's look at problem number 4. 2 friends evenly share $56. They have 5 $10 bills and 6 $1 bills. Draw a picture to show how the bills will be shared. Will they have to make change at any stage? I want you to go ahead and draw me a tape diagram, or not a tape diagram, but a place values chart, and I want you to show 5 $10 bills and 6 $1 bills. Think about how you can show that on a place value chart. And then I want you to go ahead and divide those evenly by 2 friends, and then explain how they shared the money evenly. Then we'll come back and discuss it together. Okay. So I used my computer program to make a place value chart just so it would be a little bit more even, but you can hand draw yours. And you can see I thought of $10 bills as tens and $1 bills as ones. So I went ahead and I showed 5 $10 bills and 6 $1 bills. Then when I went to decompose my tens, I had 1 10 left over, so I had to decompose that 10 into 10 ones. After I distributed all 18 ones, I ended up with 2 tens and 8 ones for both friends. It said, will you have to make change at any stage? And I went ahead and typed this. Yes, they will need to make change by decomposing a $10 bill into 10 $1 bills. When we had this 110 as a remainder, they had to make change for that $10 bill. So now it says explain how they share the money evenly. So here all you have to do is just say that each friend gets 2 $10 bills and 8 $1 bills. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop here on this lesson. So remember, this was all about explaining remainders whenever you are using standard algorithm or when you are using division.